Thank you. And I thought I'd just take it on out, as we used to say in the band, with love poems. The first is called Out of Body. Lovers love this slow shift of dusk into darkness. Lights out throughout the house. The moon sheens the snow and shines in the undressed window and spills over pictures of ancestors, over the chest of drawers, across the sloped ceiling, the bed, the bodies on the bed, interwoven now, aglow. Lovers can go missing in light like this, spirited off to a mountain town or a fishing village pitched on a foreign coast. And some of you who are from New York or familiar with New York will certainly know the location of this next one. It's called City Psalm. How to account for the way she appears, walking past the sun-splashed cathedral, colossal window and all. How to offer some explanation for man, his masonry everywhere, bells going off, wounded by her movement as she crosses Amsterdam. Can anybody with a body doubt her arms are evidence of things unseen? Isn't she temple enough and proof that one who frescoes afternoons as blue as this can lift up metropolitan dust? Glory be. She walks west and sets flesh singing, and the street signs sing, and a river breeze sings in tongues through the locust trees. Even the old stone saints, shadowed, open-mouthed, barnacled to the great carved archways, are tempted to pick up instruments and shout out the good news as she goes. And I just have two more. All in that love poem category. I'm stretching it a bit, but I think it works. This is called plein air. And you all know that that's a style of painting that sort of indicates that the artist was on location, as it were. Plein air. With ease these days, he sees himself walking off into the landscape that hangs above the fireplace. White oaks in full leaf, shadows draped over boulders in the foreground grass. No commotion of crows this early, no trace of trespass. When he enters the scene just above the artist's signature, entering in as ever with the one he loves. Together, past the red barn, red silo, red shed. Together through that opening in the rail fence, out along the edges of the plowed fields. Together past that speck of a white farmhouse on the hill, on till specks themselves, about to vanish into those green-blue, slightly impastoed woods. The two of them look back, picturing the artist, not far from his dilapidated car where tiger lilies trumpet the ditch. There, on that little rise, painting paradise, touching a dipped brush high up on his canvas now, catching the billows and wisps of a fast-flying, once-in-a-lifetime sky. And this is the last one. And thank you all for listening. I can feel it, believe me. Thank you so much. And thanks again to Celeste for making it all happen. This is a poem called Reception. I wrote it for my daughter and her husband, Christian. Reception. The father of the bride stood and apologized. He was no joke teller, no public speaker, he said. And these days, a reluctant pontificator as well. Besides, they knew already all they needed to know. He had his hopes for them, though. Some under the great tent shifted when he started with a wish for transubstantiation, for lack of a better word, he said, of the daily details, juiced from time to time with a shot of insurrection, to fend off glossy things men so often peddle as indispensable. For the children, he had a wish they'd be taught to steady themselves in the wind, study signs like a broad-winged hawk on a sycamore limb. How, wheeling the orchard, walled fields, the cemetery, she elevates, plummets, all the while reeling in her prey. He hoped, as first teachers, their parents would live with the love of the afternoon, its slow drift through trees and streets, and morning as the rise from the dead it actually is. A lifelong love of any hour as phenomenal, unrepeatable, a gift. Never give up on your kids, he said. Never give up on your kids. Earth means to bend itself, increase its lake waters of grace, and a union like theirs would be a godsend for coastal cities, highland towns, border villages. He wished them love always, frequent silences, long, sweetly rebellious lives, and sat down. Thank you.